120 hours a week? 60 hours each?
Yeah.
No. 120 each.
So what days off do you take?
We don't.
We don't.
So you don't take days off?
We had Christmas Day off this year.
That was your last day off?
Yep, and the day before that was the previous Christmas, and the day before that would have been about 18 years ago.
Jesus.
I had 6 days off for a quadruple heart bypass, but I was back at work on the 7th day.
Fucking hell. You're back at work 7 days later?
Yeah.
Yep, 7 days after the op,
True.
I was back working in the kitchen cooking.
Are you mad?
Probably.
How old are you?
62.
62. Christ.
Brian is killing himself over an empty pub. This place should feel laid back and lively, but it's got all the formality and awkwardness of a wake.
It stayed. You know, the atmosphere is static and very dreary.
So our menu for this evening,
Thank you.
plus the additions of the day. Care for a wine list? Brian calls them additions rather than specials. Doesn't like to call them specials.
Fuck me. God, what am I saying? But it's far from being a pub menu, is it? God. Red Johnson's corn-fed goosenard duck breasts, Ribble farmhouse Savoy cabbage, rosti potato, Wellington crispy apple chutney and Calvados jus. Fuck me.
Brian's trying way too hard, and his list of pompous sauces is ridiculous.
I mean, there's pure Merlot, red wine sauce, jus, Calvados jus, Lancashire jus, caramelised onions, tartare. Extraordinary. You walk into a pub and you expect a steak kidney pudding, a shepherd's pie.
I've ordered the simplest thing on the menu, a prawn salad. But Brian doesn't do simple.
We'd like to point out, first and foremost, we're a traditional Old English pub. Bloody hell. That's steeped in tradition there, isn't it?
Let's see if Brian can get traditional with my main course, but I'm doubtful. It's cocker and rack of lamb, balsamic cherry tomatoes, and one of those pretentious sauces.
How the fuck do you get in? How do you get the lamb out?
Not only is this not pub food, but it's plain awful.
Honestly, it's like chewing a fucking golf ball.
Brian's got a lot to answer for.
This is a pub, isn't it?
Yes?
And that's what I had to keep on telling myself. A traditional Old English pub. So how many pubs have you been in that have served a over-reduced, syrupy, sickly balsamic vinegar in a Z shape over a square plate?
Probably none.
A pub, or pub grub, is the next step up from home. No, it's that basic. Rustic, honest, good, British, solid food. There's nothing traditional about what you're doing here. This is currently running as a restaurant that is confused, over the top, I mean, absurd beyond belief. You're not running a pub. It feels like you're running a restaurant badly.
Modern pub food is all about simple home cooking done well. But I don't think it's going to be easy persuading Brian and Elaine that they need to get back to basics.
How are you feeling?
Totally crap. It was pretty devastating last night. Some of the things, yes, we could fully accept and take. But to be quite honest, the way we felt, if you have to be like that to get to the top, I'm glad I'm at the bottom.
I've got to be brutally honest. Clearly, you don't like that level of honesty. I'm not here for a confrontation. And, you know, if you're that devastated on the back of what you've been through in this industry for 30 years, I'm surprised you're so weak.
After 30 years hard graft, Brian and Elaine should be reaping the benefits. But in fact, they're facing bankruptcy and could be homeless in 3 months. They've got to face facts.
How much are you in debt?
When we actually sat down and wrote it down, tossed it all up, put everything into it where you sort of leave things out so that you don't see it. We're about $250,000.
In debt? If we had to close tonight?
The situation at the Fenwick Arms is desperate. I need to find out how Brian runs his kitchen. Since he's heart op, his memory lets him down, so he sets a timer for every dish he's cooking.
And that helps you not to forget when it's ready.
Well, it's not just that, it's giving you an awareness all the time that time's passed.
So how many timers have you got going on?
Just one at the moment. Well,
3 timers. Yeah.
3.
Brian's short-term memory is as awful as the rich sticky sauces coating every dish.
And this one?
And that, I believe, is a previous scrumpy reduction. We actually didn't have a lot of cider.
So it's a scrumpy reduction without the scrumpy?
Appletise reduction.
With appletise in there. Appletise. Fuck me, I feel sick. You rated the food on a 10. So far, what I've tasted, I'm embarrassed.
That's too bad.